What on earth is Peter Pack Rat, you may be wondering? Well, it's a pretty obscure arcade game in most parts of the world. Released and developed by Atari in 1985 for the System 1 arcade board, this platform collectathon game features art by Debbie Hayes, who worked on animations such as Fire and Ice and Star Chaser. The aim of Peter Pack Rat is to collect all the shiny and interesting items from around the stage, then take them back to his nest where he can proudly display them. A very simple concept, yet a fun one. Each stage gives you a number of different items to collect in order to complete the stage. The game features 3 unique stages that repeat in a fixed cycle: a junkyard, a sewer, and a large tree, with the layout, number of enemies, and number of required objects changing each time. Throughout each stage you'll come across a bunch of enemies known as the Gang, who want nothing more than to stop your fun-loving collection. But don't worry, throw a random piece of garbage at them to stun them or even take control of them. Stunning a flying enemy, then using it to whiz around the stage really saves a lot of time. One unique point about this arcade game is the ability to select one of 4 difficulty levels that can be selected before gameplay. So let's start off the ports with the ZX Spectrum version. First we are greeted with a rather stupid picture of a beefcake mouse. Well, I guess they meant to have it look as if Peter was packed. You know, all buffed up, but to me, he looks more like an obese mouse. Anyway, the game looks and sounds okay, but it's really horrible to play thanks to the way the screen moves. There is no constant scrolling here. What we get here is the action pausing while the screen scrolls to the next one, or an instant switch. Either mode is horrible. It makes jumping jumps more difficult than they need to be, but worse than that is you can't see enemies. Quite often there will be an enemy right at the edge of the screen which suddenly appears, killing you before you've even had a chance to notice it. Added the difficulty of actually seeing half the stuff you need to pick up, and we have a rather annoying port. Next up is the Commodore 64 port, and as you can see it looks a lot nicer in the scrolling department. It's certainly easier to see the objects too. Sadly the controls are rather sloppy with this port. So bad that I ended up cheating with an invincibility code due to the sheer frustration of jumping off platforms or getting stuck. Such a shame because the C64 version of Peter Pack Rat could have been rather nice. Well, at least the audio by Tim Follin is good. I wish we could end on a good port, but sadly not, because the Amstrad CPC version is a direct port of the ZX Spectrum game. Yep, it's the exact same game, but now played in a smaller screen area. Oh well. It would seem that the only good port of Peter Pack Rat would have been for the PC Engine. However, that one was never released. Such a shame there isn't a ROM floating around. and let's take a look at all those versions of Peter Pack Rat running side by side.